Alright, today for you I've got a review of Son of a Donkey, because welcome back to the James Ramblin Reviews for yet another video. In today's video I got around to finishing Son of a Donkey, which is like the follow-up to the Super Wog / Super Bro, franchise series. The YouTubers that came together and made a comedy show quite a good few years back. I think it was like 2018 to 2021 or something like that, and I did a review of the original show with the 2 seasons and stuff like that, and just so you know, I did enjoy that, and how funny it was, how well put together it was, because it's all these different situations and they dress up as the mum, the dad, the son, the mate, all of that. I like all of that stuff, and I watched it a couple of times because it was funny, and then picking up on the details of every little moment and all that helped me do my review, stuff like that. So today we're talking about Son of a Donkey, which came out actually last month, but because I did review some other things alongside when that was coming out, I didn't get a chance to finish it until recently, because I was in the middle of finishing Peacemaker season 2, in the middle of watching was it Predator Badlands and Tron Ares and things like that, so couldn't get the chance to fully watch it when it first came out. But I will say this, that we're going to talk about the show. I'll give you a little rating out of 10, and I don't know if I'm going to spoil everything, but I will just describe to you how I honestly felt about the show itself. So it's about 6 episodes, right? And from the trailer, what you get the idea of here is that they have found even more situations to just rip the band-aid off and go crazy, where there's like one episode in the trailer, you see how he's got the car and then he does the speed, he speeds through the camera, the speeding ticket and all that happens, and they try and get a job at Burger King. That's one of the episodes. So there's episodes like that in here, and I will say that as a comedy show, it just nails what the original series does, where how silly it's about to get. They're self-aware about every situation in the show, so they just run with it and they just keep going on and on and on throughout the entire 6 episode run. And I also like the fact that it is more of a high budget series, because obviously they made a lot more money having to build up a new show, having to get the rights with Netflix, and how Netflix realised that the show was popular, the YouTubers were popular around the fan base and things, so they're like, what, let's make another series out of that. So they're able to build upon it, and you can tell a lot of the editing choices and the way they film things looks a lot more well done than it was in the first series. But obviously that doesn't mean that the first series was bad or anything. It just means that they have found a way to innovate their own style of comedy, their own style of TV production. So that's one thing to appreciate about this. And what I also like about this show is that it actually just makes fun a lot of modern media at the moment. Like, I noticed in some of the episodes, there was an episode in here where they do start to make fun of those masculine videos that you watch on YouTube. They try to sell you the red pill message and all that. Like, things like that was like, yeah, this is a show that knows what it's doing and knows how to do it and knows how to time it all well. And they still keep the flow of the son, the dad, the mum, all of that sort of thing, the mate, all of that, and they make all of that. They change up the formula a bit here, where it is what you expect, but then they do things where you're like, oh, okay, you're going that way, you're going to tell jokes about these certain leaders and certain public figures and all of that. Like, for example, there is an episode in here where they do go wander off and see Bill Clinton on a boat, so there's things like that. And I'm not going to try to spoil too much about that episode, because you need to watch that one, because with the context applied, it is such a funny episode. So I could say that about a lot of the episodes in here. They're just funny, they're straight to the point, they understand how to develop the formula, how to do everything. So honestly, give this one an 8 out of 10. It's that enjoyable show that you turn on, you have a laugh with. I don't think I need to watch it twice like the original series at the moment, but definitely did enjoy the show. It gave you everything you were expecting. It's not perfect, obviously, you've seen the stuff before, but it's just the way they done it all was just a big thumbs up for me, because it was like, you know what, they came back and they had more ideas to make another series out of this. So heads up, thumbs up for that idea. That was just awesome. I just like the show. So yeah, stay tuned for more reviews like this one. I know I haven't done a review in over a week, and I explained that earlier on in this video, that how I also did actually have a video came out yesterday, but obviously things happen in my life that I don't need to talk about on YouTube. So yeah, stay tuned for more reviews like that. And yeah, that's been it for my review on Son of a Donkey. Hope you enjoyed this review. And obviously there will be more reviews to come, because I'm going to try and watch Frankenstein. I still need to watch that movie. I don't know how, I've not been around to watching that yet. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you later, alligators or sons of donkeys. Bye bye bye.